The Elusinian Festival by Friedrich von Schiller. Wreathed in a garland the corn's golden ear, with it the cyan blue intertwine. Rapture must render each glance bright and clear, for the great queen is approaching her shrine. She who compels lawless passions to cease, who to link man with his fellow has come, and into firm habitations of peace change the rude tents ever wandering home. Shyly in the mountain cleft was the troglodyte concealed, and the roving nomad left, desert lying each broad field. With the javelin, with the bow, strode the hunter through the land, to the hapless stranger woe, billow cast on that wild strand. When in her sad wanderings lost, seeking traces of her child, Ceres held the dreary coast, on no verdant plain then smiled. That she here with trust may stay, none vouchsafes a sheltering roof, not a temple's columns gay give of godlike worship proof. Fruit of no propitious ear bids her to the pure feast fly. On the ghastly altars here human bones alone air dry. Far as she might onward rove, misery found she still in all. Within her soul of love sorrowed she over man's deep fall. Is it thus I find the man to whom we our image lend, whose fair limbs of noble span upward towards the heavens ascend? Laid we not before his feet earth's unbounded godlike womb, yet upon his kingly seat wanders he without a home? Does no god compassion feel? Will none of the blissful race with an arm of miracle raise him from his deep disgrace? In the heights where rapture reigns, pangs of the others never can move, yet man's anguish and man's pains my tormented heart must prove. So that a man and man may be, let him make an endless bond with the kind earthly trusting who is ever good and fond, to revere the law of time, the moon's melodious song, who with silent steps sublime move their sacred course along. And she softly parts the cloud that conceals her from the sight. Sudden in the savage crowd stands she as a goddess bright. There she finds the concourse rude, in their glad feast reveling, and the chalice filled with blood, as a sacrifice they bring. But she turns her face away, horror struck, and speaks the while, bloody tiger feasts never may, of a god's the lips defile. He feeds victims free from stain, fruits matured by autumn's sun. With the pure gifts of the plain, honored is the Holy One. And she takes the heavy shaft from the hunter's cruel hand, with the murderous weapon's haft, furrowing the light-strewn sand, takes from out her garland's crown, filled with life one single grain, sinks it in the furrow down, and the germ soon swells amain. And the green stalks gracefully shoot ere long the ground above, and as far as the eye can see waves it like a golden grove. With her smile the earth she cheers, binds the earliest sheaves so fair, as her hearth the landmark rears, and the goddess breathes this prayer. Father Zeus, who reignest over all, that in ether's mansions dwell, let a sign from thee now fall, that thou lovest this offering well, and from the unhappy crowd that as yet has never known thee, take away the eye's dark cloud, showing them their deity. Zeus, upon his lofty throne, hearkens to his sister's prayer. From the blue heights thundering down, hurls his forked lightning there. Crackling it begins to blaze, from the altar whirling bounds, and his swift-winged eagle plays, high above and circling rounds. Soon at the feet of their mistress are kneeling, filled with emotion the rapturous throng. Into humanity's earliest feeling melt the rude spirits untutored and strong. Each bloody weapon behind them they leave, rays on their senses beclouded soon shine, and from the mouth of the queen they receive, gladly and meekly, instruction divine. All the deities advance, downward from their heavenly seats, Themis' self 'tis leads the dance, and with staff of justice Metis, unto every one his rights, landmarks too 'tis hers to fix, and in the witness she invites all the hidden powers of Styx. And the forge god too is there, the inventive son of Zeus, fashioners of vessels fair, skilled in clay and brass's use. 'Tis from the art man knows tongs and bellows how to wield, 'neath his hammer's heavy blows was the plowshare's first revealed. With projecting weighty spear, front of all Minerva stands, lifts her voice so strong and clear, and the godlike host commands. Steadfast walls 'tis hers to found, shield and screen for everyone, that the scattered world around bind in loving unison. The immortal steps she guides over the trackless plains so vast, and wherever her foot abides is the boundary God held fast, and her measuring chain is led round the mountain's border green, even the raging torrent's bed in the holy ring is seen. All the nymphs and oreads too, who the mountain pathways over, swift-foot Artemis pursue, all to swell the concourse pour, brandishing the hunting spear, set to work, glad shouts uprise, 'neath their axes blows so clear, crashing down the pinewood flies. Even the sedge-crowned god ascends from his verdant spring to light, and his raft's direction bends at the goddess's word of might, while the hours all gently bound, nimbly to their duty fly, rugged trunks are fashioned round by her skilled hand gracefully. Even the sun-god tithers fares, sudden with his trident's blow, he the granite column tears from earth's entrails far below. In his mighty hands on high, waves he them like some light ball, and with nimble Hermes by, raises up the rampart wall. But from out the golden strings lures Apollo harmony, measured time's sweet murmurings, and the might of melody. The camanets swell the strain with their song of ninefold tone, captive bound in music's chain, softly stone unites to stone. Cybele with skillful hand open throws the wide-winged door, locks and bolts by her are planned, sure to last forevermore. Soon complete the wondrous halls by the gods' own hands are made, and the temple's glowing walls stand in festal pomp arrayed. With a crown of myrtle twined, now the goddess queen comes there, and she leads the fairest hind to the shepherdess most fair. Venus with her beauteous boy, that first pair herself attires, all the gods bring gifts of joy, blessing their love's sacred fires. Guided by the deities, soon the newborn townsmen pour, ushered in with harmonies, through the friendly open door. Holding now the rites divine, Ceres at Zeus's altar stands, blessing those around the shrine, thus she speaks with folded hands. Freedom's love the beast inflames, and the god rules free in air, while the law of nature tames each wild lust that lingers there. Yet when thus together thrown, man with man must fain unite, and by his own worth alone can he freedom gain and might. Wreathed in a garland the corn's golden ear, with it the cyan blue intertwine. Rapture must render each glance bright and clear, for the great queen is approaching her shrine. She who our homestead so blissful has given, she who has man to his fellow man bound, let our glad numbers extol unto heaven, her who the earth's kindly mother is found.